never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everyone, I'm Cyberverse Prime, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Target exclusive Voyager class Transformers Dark of the Moon Ratchet. So, for many people, including myself, not everyone was very happy with the deluxe class version of this character. So, most of us did settle for this Voyager, but this mold has been used from hell and back. As you can see, this is the first movie Voyager class Autobot Ratchet mold. And it is a good mold, it is, but really, it really could have used a new mold or added tweaks. You know, just something different other than this. Because when I first saw the Voyager Ratchet, I was very disappointed. He didn't scale with the Ironhide. He didn't scale with the Optimus. Because around the time when Dark of the Moon came out, I was getting very big on scale. So the deluxe class it's nice, but it's not my favorite. But I do still have plans to get the original deluxe so I can review it. This figure isn't the greatest, but he does stand out in alt mode a lot more than robot mode. Mainly because, now what I really don't like about this version of Ratchet is he has the Cybertronian symbols on the hood, his side doors. I'm not a huge fan of that. That's more of like Starscream's thing. So I don't know why they did it to Ratchet. Makes a little no sense. That doesn't really seem like a robot in disguise for me. But I will admit, this was the best movie color scheme for Ratchet. I liked how they added the white and then the brighter green. I'll admit, this is the best of both worlds. It's like a mix mash of movie and G1, and I really do like this. So to transform him, it is pretty simple. You just take off the roof rack. You have to be mindful for these pieces back here. They do tend to pop off. It is super, super annoying when they do that. So yeah, but I'll get to that in a second. You'll want to come here to this panel and flip that up against the actual door of the Hummer. Same thing over here. Pop that door open, fold it up against the actual door. This part, I like to take this whole piece here, and it'll first move the fender, and then you just take it by the faux shoulder, or the shoulder piece, and that will reveal his arm. So go ahead, same thing over here, and just pull out his arm, just to make space for when we transform his legs. So to transform his legs, go ahead and separate right here down the middle, but be careful because this is an old mold if you have this figure. Excuse me. Next thing that you're going to want to do is, the easiest thing for me is to hold on to the bars here and this panel and just kind of rotate that first. Same thing over here. Hold these together, rotate those panels, and then separate them as far as you can get it. That way they don't pop off. Then go ahead and shift down his legs. As you can see here, this will become his feet. So what I like to do at this point is to go ahead and extend his knee or his leg just a little bit. That way these pieces don't pop off so easily. Then I come to this part here. And fold down the leg. Now he does have what they used to call back in 07 automorph technology. So I'll show you that more clearly. You take his foot. If I can unpeg it, that'll raise his knee up, and that will create some sort of shifting metal pieces right there on his inner thigh or his inner shin. Then rotate the legs down. There's his crotch or his waist. Now this part of the transformation, when I was a kid, always confused me, because what I would do was leave the windshield just how it is and, you know, fully transform him completely. But I don't do that, because that's not the right way to transform it. Basically, this is what I used to do as a kid. I would, you want to make sure that this peg here goes into this, or this post goes into that hole. And then I would just do it like this. Like when I first got this mold, it was back in Revenge of the Fallen. But I'll show you what I used to do. That's how I used to do it. But that's not accurate at all. That's actually very, very wrong. You don't do that. So you take the windshield and you separate it. You separate them and fold them towards the back here. And then kind of feed that through. Sorry if you hear a train in the background, my window's open. And then, yep, there is, well, almost, he's almost there, Sorry about the train. Next thing I like to do is take this piece here and just kind of hold it there for a second. Because now I do know, actually, before we get to that, I'll show off the feature. So go ahead and fold this down. Fold down his arms. And there is Ratchet in his robot mode. And yeah, the paint job on the face is very good, but he's lacking so much color in the robot mode. He's missing his little bars here that are on the side of the Hummer. He's missing tons of little highlights. I even checked Toyax to see if they have a sticker sheet for this guy. They do, but for the Studio Series version. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. But the only good thing that I can give this figure is the head sculpt is very nice and very nicely painted. So that's actually the best one that I've seen. I am currently looking for the Best Buy exclusive version of this mold, because I do plan on getting rid of my original Ratchet for that particular version, because it's just more movie accurate, and I love it. I love it. I love it just for that. Now, what you can do with the roof rack is there is a peg here and there is a port here, and you can give it this stupid. You can give him this stupid weak ass shield thing. Oh my god, if it will go onto his forearm. Jesus Christ. Come on. Go on his forearm. Go on his forearm. There we go. Okay, so you can give him this stupid weapon. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be completely honest. I think it's stupid. So, I've seen so many people do this. What I do is I take this part here. I always wondered what this little port was for. Basically, you have the split, and then you... Oh, wait. Wrong way. You go ahead and split this, take this post, and put it into that circular part. And there's Ratchet's light bars on his shoulders. And this is how I display my Ratchet. This is how I display him. And then on the right arm, now, originally, I thought this was his gun. Genuinely, I thought this was his gun. Because when I first figured it out, I was like, oh, cool, he's got his gun. No, it's not a gun at all. It's an axe. Oh, boy. So this is how I display my Ratchet. But I don't really display him with the axe either. So I just basically display him with both of his hands out, because there's no, I mean, there is I think it's an old upgrade kit that you could get a long time ago, and it came with his buzzsaw and his gun, but it's very, 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 very rare to find, and I'm not really seeking it out. But for articulation, for 07, he's got a swivel here at the shoulder. He's got swivels here at the bicep, elbow joint. Head swivels back and forth. Excuse me. He can, he can go that far forward, that far back. Not a whole lot of range of motion. His knees are double jointed due to transformation. And he can't go out more than that, I guess. So that's the best stance you're going to get him in. So yeah, for an 07 figure, it's really not the best, but this is what everybody had to work with at the time. And it sucks that they reissued it for every single film. They reissued it. How many times did this mold? Okay, this mold has, let's see, there's the original release, there's the Best Buy exclusive, there's the G1 version, there's the Desert Tracker one from Revenge of the Fallen, there's Night Ops, and then I think this is it. I think there's only 6 versions of this mold, and this one just kind of seems like, okay, we're over this. We're over this mold. Everyone back in 2011 was like, okay, we're over this toy, or we're over this figure. It's just not good enough. And people were, because I remember when there was listings for the Voyager version of this character for Dark of the Moon, and I was very excited. Then when I saw it, I was pissed. I was like, really? They're just going to reissue this mold and give it the Dark of the Moon color scheme? Yeah, I was very furious when this guy first came out. Very furious. But after owning him, he's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm sorry, no size comparisons. But my next review is going to be pretty fun. So stay tuned for that, and I will be right back with Leader Class Ironhide.